Maine Coon originated in the state of Maine in America. They're believed to have been barn cats originally. This is where their coat conformation came from, because the state of Maine has very, very cold winters. Therefore they needed nice long ruff around their head to keep them warm in the winter, and a big fluffy tail to wrap around their nose when they're curled up. But they were also hunters, so they needed a short coat around the shoulders so that they could go through the undergrowth quite easily. The farmers in Maine were quite proud of their big fluffy cats, and they called them the Maine Shag at the time. And when they started bringing them to country shows and boasting who had the biggest cat. They disappeared really as a breed for some time until the 1960s really, and then they were rediscovered as a breed and brought up to the standard that we have them today. There's a lot of myths about Maine Coons being half raccoon and half just ordinary cat, but this is impossible. It's a genetic impossibility. There's also stories that the Maine Coon originates from a mating between Queen Antoinette's Persian cats and apparently when Marie Antoinette was in prison, she entrusted her precious Persian cats to a captain of a trading ship that was going to America, and he was taking her cats there to be safe, and she was going to follow off, but unfortunately, as we know, she lost her head, and the captain of the ship, not knowing what to do with them, let them go, and they intermingled with the local cats and therefore gave them their long coat. But these are all myths, and it's not known really where they originated from. This is Navajo Joo. He's my main stud cat. He's 8 years old, but he's still a kitten cat. He lives here on his own, occasionally entertaining the ladies. He's got his own house with colour TV, heating, lighting. Joe's a big softie, although he looks quite fierce. He's a grand international champion. I have stopped showing him recently because he's got a bit fed up with it. He's a beautiful boy and he makes lovely kittens, He's a brown classic tabby or black classic tabby. As you can see, he's a lovely big boy. This is International Premier Kagoza Billy the Kit. He's an adult male neuter. He's 4 years old, so he's fully grown. And he's black classic tabby with white. He's a big boy. He weighs about 8 kilograms. At the moment, his head is a little flat to go any further in showing. He has a lovely profile and a nice chin. And he's quite a hefty boy when you stand him up. The Maine Coon's coat is not high maintenance. It's quite silky, so really you only just need to comb them every few days, except in the autumn and spring when they're doing their molting, when perhaps you need to run a comb through them each day, but it's not as onerous as combing, say, a Persian. It's just to make sure that they don't get knots. Billy's a nice, gentle boy, very gentle-tempered. He's a good show cat because he's so laid back. He just doesn't get fed up. You can pull him about and hold him up for the judges, and he just lets it all wash over him. Billy's a black classic tabby. In some registries they're called brown tabbies. As you can see, he's a nice warm colour, which is what you need for a show cat. He's got nice even white markings, nice even pattern on his face. His eyes are almond shape, which is what they need to be, fairly large. Ears need to be upright, set near to the top of the head. And with furnished inside the ear, they need furnishings, and the tips of the ears, what we call lynx tips. The bigger the better with them. Billy has a nice profile. They need to have a dip in the profile, and then this part here needs to be level. So no chin sticking out or receding chin. The tail of the Maine Coon needs to be quite long. It should be the length of the body. It should reach the shoulders when you put it over the back of the body. It needs to be it needs to be well plumed. It shouldn't be fluffy, but it should be plumed so that the fur hangs nicely as he walks along. Most male cats tend to hold their tail fairly erect when they're walking. But whereas the females tend to drape their tail and walk with their tail swishing elegantly behind them. They also need to have well-furnished breeches at the back, which Billy doesn't want to show you at the moment. It needs to be nice and fluffy here. The coat needs to be graduated in length. You should have a nice ruff here, then shorter over the shoulders just here, and then lengthening towards the back of the body until it gets to here where it's quite long. This is for Maine Coons originated from America and lived